Hey y'all, here's how I made these 3 Americana decor pieces. So to start off, we're making a painted burlap banner. So these little burlap flags are already cut down, they're already on a twine strand and everything, so all I'm going to have to do with these is just paint them. So I'm using Apple Barrel brand paint and also Waverly chalk paint. And we're going for a primitive style look for this, so I'm letting some of that burlap show through and not completely painting it solid. And every other flag I'm painting blue, and then the ones in between we're doing red and white stripes. And I'm painting my stripes the same width as my brush, but it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty in doing like rustic style decor. So I don't care to have super clean like lines with my stripes, just generally the same look for all of them. And while I was letting my red dry, we're going to move on to painting our little stars. So I have these little wooden cutout stars, and I'm using a piece of tape to tape them down onto the cardboard so it's easier to paint them. And I plan on making these a little rustic as well. So we're painting over them with some Waverly chalk paint Snow White, and we're going to let those dry for a little bit and go back to our little flags again. And I honestly really loved how these looked without even painting them white. You could just leave them that way if you prefer to keep them even more rustic, but I decided to go ahead and just paint them. And I thought it would be cute to add a little bit of a paint splatter look to our blue flags. Not super heavy, just kind of subtle. And by this point I have Patriotic hands, and now that our little stars have dried, we're going to add our distressed ink to them to give them kind of a rustic look. And I decided to rough up the edges of our flags a little bit. I didn't like that they had like a clean cut edge. I wanted to add a little more of a rustic look to them. And now that all that's done, we're just going to glue on our little rustic stars, and I'm just doing that using my hot glue gun. By this point, I was so happy with this, y'all. I went ahead and took a picture and posted on Facebook immediately. And please don't mind that my fireplace is missing paint in some places. It does need to be repainted, but I think this one turned out so beautifully. It was my favorite at first until I made the next one. So for this next craft, we're making wood biscuit flowers and also a little DIY burlap bag. So I actually made the first part of this craft a few weeks ago. I considered it a fail at the time, but we're going to try to fix that now and make something out of it. So the napkin I showed y'all a few moments ago, I had put that onto these wood biscuits. I had them set up kind of like a flag shape. I was thinking that I could do that onto a piece of burlap. It didn't turn out exactly how I had planned, so I ended up abandoning that idea. But I decided to save them in case I could come up with another idea for them, and I'm so glad that I did, because this craft ended up turning into one of my favorites. Now that all that's out the way, I just wanted to give y'all a little background on how this came about. So the previous portion was kind of self-explanatory. I basically just touched up my wood slices a little bit and did some paint splatter on them. And then we're going to use the same little rustic stars for our centers of our flowers. And then I had these little wood sticks that we're going to use for our flower stems. And just so our wood biscuits will kind of have something held onto them so that they will stay together, I put this piece of cardboard behind them. But that honestly didn't do the whole trick there, so I had to add a little crisscross piece of cardboard on the back. That way it would hold it a little more secure. And the stick fit right in between the wood biscuits, so that was perfect. I was able to just glue that right in there, and now we have our little stem for our flowers. Now we can move on to our little DIY burlap bag. I'm just gluing the edges, just folding it over into one piece. And then we're going to turn this inside out. And now we have this really nice like clean seam going along the side of our bag. And it also gives that rounded look on the bottom of the bag. And I wanted one of my flowers to be a little bit taller, so I ended up gluing 2 sticks together and then just tying some twine around those just to hold it and secure it. Because the other wooden flower is going to cover that up anyway, so it doesn't matter really how that looks. So to make this stand up inside of the burlap bag, I have this little 2x2 wooden block, and I'm just going to drill a little hole down into it so it's kind of like a little vase for our little flowers to go into. So I'm adding some hot glue down into those holes, and then we can glue our flower stems right down into that. And now just to fray the edges a little bit on our bag, I'm pulling some of those strands out of our burlap. Now we can stick our flowers right down into our burlap bag. And then I'm just kind of wrapping those around our flower, and I really wanted to do like a scrunched look around the bottom base of our flowers. So I'm just tying a piece of twine around that. And y'all, I just absolutely love how this turned out. I'm so glad that I didn't throw those wood biscuits away and I was able to salvage them and turn them into something really pretty. So for our next craft, we're going to make a little pinwheel out of cardboard. So to start off, we're using some Mod Podge, and I'm using that same piece of cardboard that we painted our flags on and our little stars, and I'm just adding the Mod Podge directly to that piece of cardboard. And then we're placing our napkin directly onto that Mod Podge. I was kind of heavy on it so that it would go through the layers of the napkin because I did want to keep the napkin thick, that it wasn't easy to tear when I go to try to cut out my shapes for my pinwheel. And for this part, I am just kind of freehanding what a pinwheel kind of looks like. You can print out a silhouette or something if you need something to trace it with, but I just kind of freehanded this part. It didn't have to be perfect. I just wanted a general idea of what it's supposed to look like. And now we're just going to cut that out of our cardboard with our scissors. So to make this easier, I cut out a piece of the cardboard and just cut that down into smaller pieces instead of fighting that great big piece of cardboard. And surprising enough, my napkins stayed on my pieces of cardboard, so I didn't have any trouble with that. So just make sure that if you do this, you do put down a lot of Mod Podge underneath it so that it soaks through and holds all of the layers of your napkin together. So next, I kind of want my little pinwheels to look kind of bent like they're supposed to look. And then of course, we got to add a little bit of a rustic look to them. So I'm adding some distressed ink to that. And then I realized that I wanted one more little pinwheel piece. It didn't really look right to me with just 4, so I added another one of those. And now we're just going to add our little rustic star to the center. And then for the stick of our pinwheel, I'm doing the same thing as we did for the wood biscuit flower, and I'm just gluing 2 sticks together and then just securing them with a piece of twine wrapped around them. And I wanted something to sit my pinwheel down into, so I'm using the Smuckers Jelly Jar. And to make our pinwheel stand up, I'm using these little birch logs. I'm gluing 2 of them together because I needed it a little bit taller than what one of them would do. And also drilling down into them the same way we did with our wood biscuit flowers. Now that way I can stick that right into the jar and it'll stand up on its own. And I had this little scrap piece of ribbon that I thought would be perfect for this, and we could stick that right into the jar. And now just adding some finishing touches. I thought this floral was perfect for it. It's not really red, white, and blue, but it kind of has that rustic look, and it is kind of like red, white, and blue, so I felt like it went along with the theme. And since it was wired, that made it easier for me just to wrap it around the base of our pinwheel. And as I was looking at this, I thought the ribbon looked a little too new for this craft, if that makes sense. Everything else has like an aged and kind of rustic look to it, so I decided to take that out and make it look a little grungy with some distressed ink, and that way it'd have more of a vintage look to go with the overall look of this piece and match the rustic look of our pinwheel. And when I asked Facebook which of these 3 crafts was their favorite, they said the pinwheel. So y'all let me know down in the comments which of these 3 crafts you like the best. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.